But to run it and to run the next wave of productivity tools, that requires immense physical resources. Which brings us, I think, very neatly to the rise of agentic AI.
You hit the nail on the head. Let's pivot from those boardroom deals to the everyday workflow. Anthropic just launched Cowork, a new macOS tool.
And we've seen agentic capabilities before, right? AI that can take multiple steps on its own.
We have, but mostly in the developer world with tools like Claude Code. What Cowork does is bring that self-directed power to the everyday non-coding user.
This sounds like a huge productivity unlock for people who are, rightly intimidated by command line interfaces. What kind of tasks are we actually talking about here?
We're talking about delegating entire small projects. Think about organizing months of files in a specific way, or consolidating expense reports from a bunch of different spreadsheets.
Or building out reports.
Exactly. Building detailed quarterly business reports from documents scattered all over a folder on your desktop. Cowork operates within that specific folder on your Mac. You give Claude instructions just through regular chat, and it can autonomously organize, modify, and generate documents for you.
And it uses integrations, right? With Asana, Notion.
It uses those third-party integrations. And the analogy Anthropic used, which I think is perfect, is that it's like delegating to a colleague rather than just running a bot. The key is the autonomy.
Right, it removes the need for virtual environments. It democratizes these really powerful agentic capabilities.
That's it. This is the definition of the agentic unlock. Claude Code was powerful, but it was inaccessible. Cowork just lowers that barrier to entry, which means executives, across all sectors need to start thinking about how to train their teams to manage these new digital colleagues.
And that leads directly to the core risk factor, doesn't it? The autonomy is also the danger. Anthropic put out a very explicit risk warning with this.
A very explicit one.
What happens when an agent that's designed to act on its own takes an unintended or even a malicious action?
This raises a critical security question about trust. Cowork can take actions without asking for your permission first. So that creates risks like accidentally deleting files, which is the obvious one, but also the more complex risk of prompt injection.
Okay, let's define that for a non-developer listening to this.
Yeah.
What is prompt injection in the context of a tool that's managing your personal files?
So prompt injection, in simple terms, is when a user or a third party manipulates the AI's core instructions through a really subtle input. So if you tell an autonomous agent, clean up this folder, but don't touch files created this week.
Okay.
And a document inside that folder has been subtly crafted to override that instruction and instead tells the agent, delete everything. The autonomous agent might just follow that malicious secondary prompt.
So if your instructions aren't perfectly specific, you could lose mission-critical data. This means user training on prompt clarity and permission setting just became absolutely vital for any company adopting these tools.
That's the new mitigation strategy. The responsibility shifts. It's not about preventing the agent from being deployed. It's about ensuring the user is trained to interact with it safely. The speed of the agent is now directly linked to the consequences of a bad prompt.